Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kara with Follow Your Arrow Tarot, and I will be doing the intuitive and tarot card reading for the month of February 2019 for the sign of Leo. So before I get started, Leo, just want to let you know that the overall energy that I got for your reading when I was meditating on your sign was really pretty positive. I felt like a lot of it was really career-based. And that you are really focused right now and hard at work. So that's really wonderful, especially for the beginning of the year. Just keep in mind we have Mercury retrograde coming up next month, March 5th through the 28th. So just be mindful of that. And I'm actually recording your video on the 17th of February. So the full moon for February is actually on the 19th. So just here in 2 days. So definitely feeling that energy. So Leo, for February 2019, you're definitely in this time of your life of you're really understanding yourself and what you really want and what your needs are, and you're kind of fine-tuning that and solidifying that kind of in stone. So you're kind of, if we were, looking at the numbers in the card, you're definitely, to me, between, the 8, 9, and 10 in self-actualization. So that's really exciting for you, Leo. I really feel like February is a big month. Leo, you're the lion of the zodiac and very much a leader. So I really feel like this month in particular, you're going to really be networking, especially when it comes to career and service and what you do. Towards the beginning of the month, Mars will be in Aries in your 9th house of higher mind. So you're definitely thinking deep about decisions that you're making in all aspects of your life, especially career, but also in relationships as well. And something tells me that whether it's for career or a relationship, you're definitely going to be taking some type of long journey this month. So maybe it could mean that you're in a long-term, you might be in a long-term relationship, but I think you're more so in a long-distance relationship, or maybe you live a few towns apart from each other, and so maybe that's what's required, the long journey, or you're taking a long journey for work. When I was meditating on your sign, I did keep thinking of the word mystique or mystery. So if you are single, there could be possibly somebody that you're traveling for who is very mystical or mysterious to you, and that captivates the Leo's attention. With Mars being in Aries in your 9th house, it will also square with Pluto in your 6th house of labor and service. So like I said, career is pretty strong this month and working. Do be careful of tension about beliefs. I do feel like there's something going on at work, possible shifts in the dynamics of work, especially among employees. And I feel as though like you're really on it right now. You're really driven and focused. And there's possibly for moving up in the ranks or for new projects and opportunities. And you might be having people contest your beliefs. And their motivations aren't quite clear to me, but I think it's like they're testing you to see how you react under pressure or what you say when the big dogs are around. And I think ultimately, you just need to take advantage of your opportunities, because I do feel with your aura and your spirit in the workplace, it could leave some people quietly jealous. So just be mindful of that, Leo. Venus will also be in Sagittarius in your 5th house of children, creativity, and art. And I really feel like this is more focused on creativity and the art of what you do. You do things really well to where they're almost artistic in nature because you think outside of the box because you are so creative. You definitely feel that it's important to place a stand on your philosophy and your spirit about who you are and the life and the work you do. You have a really strong work ethic. And your creative thinking is going to be really upbeat this month. And you're going to be doing really good at diplomacy. So if there's any openings for leadership positions in the job you do, or supervisory or managerial, definitely you're in contention. People are watching you, so just be careful how you act, because some people might try to bring out the other side of Leo the more aggressive, fiery sign, to make you not look good in front of other people. So just be mindful of that. We had a new moon on the 4th of the month, and the moon was in Aquarius in your 7th house of relationships. So relationships are important. I do feel like they've kind of taken a back seat for the past few months, at least when I've been reading for Leo. So maybe it's time to be a little bit more mindful of your relationships. I do feel as though for some of you, there might be a new start. So if you're already in a relationship or a marriage, there's a new start or a breakthrough. But I do feel like a lot of Leos are currently single, or you're dating, and there's a new start there, because I do feel blossoming and growth, especially with spring about 4 to 6 weeks away, and intimacy. So you're really craving physical touch is what I'm feeling. Around the 13th, Mars will conjoin with Uranus in Aries in your 9th house of higher mind. So you're having this spiritual breakthrough where you're really understanding natural law and having a more sense of your deeper purpose and why you're truly here and what serves you. You definitely are, increasing your higher sense of self. So I do feel for Leo that your vibration is definitely going higher, which is wonderful for your soul's journey. Around the 14th, Mars will be in Taurus in your 10th house of career. So like I said, you're very focused. You're very driven right now. You are a person of action right now. You're go, 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 go. Just be mindful if there's any issues for the month of February for you, Leo, they're going to come from work, not relationships. I just feel a really strong sense that work is going to be your focus for this month. But we will definitely look at love, because that's what I want to focus on this month as well. But Leo, I'm just calling it as I feel it. So lastly, on the 19th, which is in 2 days, we have a full moon in Virgo in your 2nd house. So time, money, and energy. And that's just telling me, Leo, you're just putting a lot of focus on the energy is being put into your time at work, or your time producing money, which might be really good, especially if you're a single person and you're looking forward to having a deep committed relationship here in the near future. You're really being responsible and mature about it, in that you want to be prepared before you go all in. So if and this is for other signs who may be watching for Leo, but I just get the feeling like if you have a partner who is a Leo and maybe they're not committing as quickly as you'd like, I think it's just because Leo has that pentacle energy around them right now, and they're really wanting to make sure that they solidify their financial well-being before they take on the commitment of taking somebody else. Because once they're the king of the castle, they want to do so and reign well. Okay. And then lastly, at the end of the month, around the 22nd, Venus will be in Capricorn, conjoining with Pluto and Capricorn in your 6th house. So definitely there's going to be some intensity in your relationships. But all you have to do, Leo, right now is really ask yourself what's most important to you right now and go with that. And if that is making sure you're stable and your foundation stable and you're wanting that 4s, then you do that. You do that right now. And the relationship will come. And if those people, if you're in a relationship, if they really love you, they will be patient and they will wait. Because for right now, the vibe I'm getting is you're a real good catch because you have a good head on your shoulders. So awesome, Leo. Super awesome. So let's get into the tarot reading. What messages does Spirit have for Leo in the month of February regarding love, life, and relationships? Love, life, and relationships. So the deck is just feeling so light, so energy. Things are just flying out here, unlike some of my other readings. Yeah. Okay. Love, life, and relationships. Just going with whatever flies out here, Leo, because it's like you want to talk. And bottom of the deck, bottom of the deck is the Lover's card, Leo. So, but first, let's take a look at this. Let's look at the story here before I get into your bottom of the deck. It is Lovers, so that's definitely Gemini energy. So, Leo, if you're here with a Gemini or you do have Gemini in your charts, and this could mean that you're with a twin flame, or a twin flame will be coming to you. So I want to look at the story more, so that makes more sense to me. But that's actually really good because it's in the upright for you, Leo. So the first card is the Knight of Cups. Okay, Knight of Cups. Energy. Someone who is really passionate about what they do. They're very mindful and thoughtful. They're definitely in tune with their emotions, but they're still at the beginning stages of that, because to me, the Knight of Cups is it's not the the queen or the king, or you're not quite all the way there in the suits, but you definitely have something to share with somebody. The horse looks a little bit timid to cross that path, so I kind of feel like you do have something to offer, but you're not ready to go completely all the way in with it. If you are in a relationship, you are, putting out this cup to say, I am here. I am waiting for you. I just have to do some things. Like I have to do my nightly duties. Like I have some, battle to go fight, but then I will be back for you. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from the card right now. That or someone feels this way about you. They're wanting to make a commitment to you, or they want to bring a message to you to show them how they feel about you, but they're also not sure because they kind of don't know where you're at right now. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting from that card, which isn't bad, isn't good. It's kind of in the middle. But next you have the Page of Cups right next to the Knight of Cups, in the upright. So definitely an offer is being made, whether you to another person or someone to you. This could also be about, like we were talking, the workforce. Offers being made to you for opportunities. But it's interesting seeing these two side by side. So messages, cups are definitely months in the waiting. They're about emotions, relationships, listening to your intuition. So maybe if you're in a relationship, you guys are trying to figure each other out. So maybe it's a newer relationship. Just trying to figure each other out. Maybe a lot of courting going on, dating and traveling back and forth to each other is what I'm feeling. It could be a same-sex relationship too, possibly. But the answer, if you're asking to yourself if the relationship that you're in or you're interested in is going to work out or be something that you should pursue, it definitely is something you should pursue, but you have to let it happen naturally. Okay. Next card is the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. And I'm glad to see in reverse because when it's in the upright, it shows that you're having to be defensive because people are attacking you from all different angles and it comes really swiftly. But in the reverse, I feel as though something's telling me this is like more work. So like I was talking about earlier, there might be people at your work who are a little bit jealous of you and they might be asking you a bunch of questions, like I said, in front of people who matter to see how you react. But you do so not defensively. So you actually stand your ground, Leo, and you answer things diplomatically and you actually don't let them put you in this energy. So that's really good. If we're talking about relationships, possibly in the past you could have been a defensive lover and you don't have to be anymore. Or maybe with this new love, you're kind of letting the gates open. Maybe as a Leo, you were a little defensive in what you shared, and now you're just kind of letting yourself out to the world and testing the waters of love. The next one is really wonderful to see is the Four of Wands. So if you are in a relationship or you're married, this could mean that there's celebrations going on right now. There could be commitments being made, engagements, possible marriage, proposals, welcoming new children into your life. Four is wonderful. It's a foundational card of stability. So I do feel like for Leo, this is what you're really wanting. You want that stability. You do want that kind of status quo type of relationship. You want the house. You want the car. You want the marriage. You want the marriage and then the kids. You kind of want that in order type of process to your life. So with this new person, or possibly if you're already with someone, they are your twin flame, or this person who's coming into your life is a twin flame, could be a Gemini, but it's really positive looking, and it could potentially end in or begin, however you look at it, and in commitment and marriage. That's wonderful. Next to it is the Eight of Swords. Okay, so Eight of Swords. Normally the Eight of Swords to me is if you're currently in a relationship that's not good, you're kind of keeping yourself in that same cycle. You're almost bounding yourself when you could really leave it. This could be talking about a past relationship, so maybe it's kind of interesting because the flow of the reading is pretty positive in nature, and then you have this right there. So I feel as though not so much, I'm not feeling the relationship part of it, but I'm feeling more maybe the work. Be careful who is behind your back, because this is air, and air is about talking and speaking and communication. So I feel as though maybe at work people do talk behind your back, and maybe you feel a little bit isolated at work or stuck in your position that you are in. But like I said, you do have potential offers coming in where you can move up in status. And so maybe that's maybe that's a good thing for you, because if you move up into a leadership role, you're not going to have to be in the muck of frontline drama. I feel as though you may be even a little bit blinded to the things that are going around in the office because you're so focused. Definitely you have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So, and you have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So I don't feel like you're feeling defensive. I don't feel like you have a burden on your back or you're carrying too much. So you really are handling yourself well for this month, Leo. You do have that Leo strength on your side. You're very focused and driven. And normally the wands are fiery energy. So I do believe they are you, because fire energy is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But in the reverse, it's good to me. It's you're not being defensive and you're not carrying too much, and you have balance. And those are two traits that are really intimidating. Be careful of the word you say, though. Okay. The next card is the 4 of Cups in reverse. So I'm really happy to see this too, because normally in the upright, it's kind of this person, they're being offered something from the universe, and it's a cup. So it's typically about, something emotional or something with relationships, your intuition, love, and romance. But in the reverse, it's like you're finally now wanting to take the cup, which is great, because I feel that you are really wanting to take the cup with the Knight and the Page of Cups in the beginning of the reading. The last card is the 3 of Cups in the reverse. So if at any time you were wondering, so if you are in a relationship and at any time you might have had second thoughts that something was possibly going on behind your back, if you had any inclination that your partner may not be faithful to you with the 3 of Cups in reverse, I think it's safe to say that your thoughts about that were inaccurate. Normally the 3 of Cups in the upright is celebration, networking, meeting new people, but in the reverse, that may not be happening towards the end of the month. So it's like we're starting out with the cups in the upright position, and then towards the end of the month, they're not. So potentially if you're single and you're starting a new relationship with somebody, you're testing the waters out, possibly work interferes and you're not so much invested towards the end of the month. It could be that you find out. This is really interesting. This card has me tripped up, this 8 of Swords for you. But really we're ending with the Lovers card, which I think is really great. And underneath the Lovers card is the Moon in reverse. So I don't feel like there's any secrets going on with this lover. You may need to have to delve in and look at your intuition a little bit better. All right, let's get some clarification. I'm going to use the Romance Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. So, Spirit, what messages do you have about love, life, and relationships for Leo in the month of February 2019? What messages do you have for Leo? Love, life, and relationships. Leo. Leo. Leo, love, life, and relationships for Leo, February. Leo. 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 All right. Let's go with the top three. Interesting. So the first card that came out was engagement, which is really interesting because we also have the Four of Wands. To me, is also synonymous with celebrations and engagement. So the person you are with or you will be with here in the short near future, I do believe is a twin flame. It's in the upright, so I do think it's a positive relationship, and I do feel that's going to end in engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So maybe you're still in the beginning stages of this relationship, and that's totally fine. And you're really focused on work. And like we said, I feel like you really care about having a strong foundation in your relationships before you commit. So maybe this is what that means, is that you're not quite ready to celebrate just yet. And then you're not quite ready to take that one person off the market quite yet. But there's definitely potential for that. Next is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I feel for the most part, Leo, you already do have self-respect, but this could mean, I feel like it goes with this Eight of Swords cup. There's something there. We did have the moon in reverse. There's something there that could be a really deep-seated, it's kind of like, the lion with the thorn in his paw. And it's just that one little thing, but that one little thing could cause so much pain and irritation and make you not completely be who you are. So I feel as though there could be something from your past that's left a little bit of a thorn or a few thorns in your paw, Leo. And I think if you heal from that, then you'll be a little bit more romantically available and attractive to your partner or potential partner. Last card is healing family issues, and it was in the reverse. So I think you will start to be healing. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So I think something's going on that you're not really comfortable in speaking about. And that's why I think that it didn't come out so well in the reading. You could have some parental issues. You could possibly not have a good relationship, or your parents, one or both parents were not in your life growing up, or your parents had a poor relationship, or something that affected the way in which you look at love, and your anxiety towards love. I do feel a little bit of anxiety, but with it in the reverse, I do feel like you're so driven and you're so focused, and you are philosophically and spiritually, figuring out your deeper purpose. I do think you will heal from whatever that issue is. And once you do that, you're definitely going to have all these beautiful cards. I mean, you have the Lovers, the Four of Wands, and engagement right here in your deck. So don't be afraid of love and commitment, because you deserve it, Leo. And if you're scared or anxious about it, don't be, because it's totally here in the cards for you. All right, let's get some overall messages for Leo using the Work Your Light Oracle cards. Work your light, Leo. Work your light. Don't be a timid lion. Messages does Spirit have for Leo? Final messages for Leo. Final messages for Leo. We've got protection here in the reverse. We'll go with those two. So protection is here in the reverse. Let's look at it in the upright. Okay. So the defensive arms, and we have, well, it's not really defensive arms, but we have the Seven of Wands in the reversed, and we have protection in the reverse. So it's almost like, I feel like protection's kind of like the Seven of Wands. You're no longer wanting to be defensive. It says call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So if you were feeling defensive at all, I feel like you're going to conquer that, and you're not going to come from a place of that, especially when people confront you. And I think having that lion energy, fiery energy, when someone does confront you regarding something, you do have the attitude to, roar, jump right on it, or snap. But next is the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So it's happening for you, not to you. So it kind of goes with this 8 of Swords card, where it's not like the 10 of Swords where someone's jabbed it in your back, but the 8 of Swords are all surrounding you. And yes, you're tied up and you got a blindfold on and you're in mucky water, but really, do those ties look really, hard to get out of? They really don't. And the swords are not keeping you down. They're just around you. So really, you can just break free from that and run away. You know what I mean? So whatever you feel or perceive is holding you back, it really isn't. It's actually you and the fear of it holding you back. So instead of thinking that things are happening to you, change your mindset and believe that they're happening for you. And trials and tribulations are actually things that are going to help you grow and make you tougher, Leo. And the last card you got is Inner Temple. This card has actually come out for a few signs for this month. It says devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Okay. So, and it's also really funny too, because you have the Lover's card and it's synonymous with Gemini, which are the twins, mirroring, if it's a twin flame relationship, same vibrational energy, twin flames. And if you look here, 2 individuals mirroring themselves, they got the flame in their heart chakra. So definitely towards the end of the month, you're going to be leading your life more so with your love and your relationships. You're going to be devoting yourself potentially to this new partner or this person you've been with for a while. And you're going to be opening up your heart a little bit more and dealing with whatever past hurt you have, possible family issues, and moving towards some real happiness and some real celebration. Okay? All right, Leo. So that is your February 2019 tarot card and intuitive reading. I sure hope that it resonated with you and you enjoyed your reading. If you happen to like this reading, please, I would love if you would like, share, and subscribe this video, especially with other fellow Leos. Click the notification bell so you can get, messages of when I upload videos. If you're interested in a private reading with me, that information's in the description box below. Again, you could always email your inquiries to me at FollowYourArrowTarot@gmail.com. Also, I would really love if you would follow me also on Facebook and Instagram, also at FollowYourArrowTarot. So Leo, not a bad reading for you at all. I do believe things are going really well for you. Hang in there. You definitely can do it. And you definitely have somebody who is really warm and patient and deserving around you. So just keep going forward. And I look forward to seeing you back in March, Leo. Have a wonderful day.